In South Africa, it seems that one does not simply walk into a dealership and buy a wagon. And as a regular Ignition GT viewer, you would have seen the countless discussions about the market's distaste for the estate car. So it's strange then that Honda decided to launch the Civic Tourer on our shores, especially when their last wagon, the Accord Tourer, went away quietly after a frosty reception. But there are many reasons why you'd want to consider this over something like the bigger Honda CR-V. For starters, it looks a lot more attractive than its chunky sibling. They've done a stellar job of making the wagon body format more palatable. The Civic is angular and sleek. They strive to give it the air of a sexy shooting brake rather than a frumpy estate. And to dispel the notion that this is merely a family man's chariot, Honda is using it as their steed in the World Touring Car Championship. But even though it's related to a racer, you can't expect it to perform like one. Power here comes from a 1.8-litre 4-cylinder engine with 104 kilowatts and 174 newton meters of torque. The Civic prefers to be coaxed along gently, and it's only when you're in a hurry that you realize how flaccid it is. You won't be exclaiming, "VTEC kicked in, yo," like most Honda owners. Instead, you'll be cruising comfortably in the middle lane, having left with ample time to get to your destination. And this is the only engine choice in the range, which is a pity because Honda does a really good diesel, and that extra torque would be welcomed here, especially if you plan to lug around stuff in the back. That aside, praise must be showered on the ride and handling. The Civic is confident even under duress. The 6-speed transmission is wonderfully direct, and the suspension does a good job of soaking up the road's imperfections. Road noise is minimal as well, and overall the Tourer is a very assuring and soothing car to be in. There are some novelties to get excited about too, like a display that glows according to how heavy your right foot is working, and a driving mode selector with a special eco function. As you'd expect, luggage space is cavernous, with 573 litres of space with the seats up and a whopping 1,065 litres with the seats down. The rear berth is wide enough to take lengthy items, and the floor is low enough to easily accommodate pets hopping in and out. Handy dividers allow you to organize the boot tidily, or you can remove them for a totally flat load space. One of the things I've always admired about the Civic is the spaceship-like fascia design, but the big dashboard does make it a little tricky to judge when you're driving nose forward into a parking bay. Honda is always generous with the features, and this has everything from leather upholstery, climate control, cruise control, and everything else in between. People associate this brand with quality and durability, and the Tourer feels like it will last many years of use and abuse from the average family. There are few choices left on the wagon scene. BMW axed the 3 Series Touring, Mercedes-Benz hasn't confirmed whether they'll be bringing in the new C-Class estate, and Audi only offer the Avant in S4 and RS4 guises, which is out of this cost bracket. Volvo continues to offer the V60, but it does carry a premium price, and it's not as big as this. This Honda Civic Tourer Executive goes for 360,000 Rand. The cheapest CR-V is 29,600 Rand less, but if you get the model that matches this for specification, you will pay 440,900 Rand. Now this is unlikely to become a sales sensation, but wagon lovers who find the pretense of an SUV overrated can rest assured that Honda has their needs covered.